Hi, I'm going to walk you through AiSara today, AiSara Stock, and for that you actually need your end of day data or your daily stock data to be used with AiSara Stock. You have a few options under AiSara Stock page. We have listed several of the options here. For today, we're going to walk you through the application using S code. Yeah, when you click on this, you get a link to the page where you can download the Excel, the add-in to get the data. Okay, so let's get started. We always start with a blank worksheet, and usually a lot of times you only go for the scanner here. So let's press the scanner here and see what it entails. So it says here that to use the scanner, you must provide the list of stock symbols and dates in column A and B. You want to see how this looks like? Just press the scanner template here. Okay, and you have the list of tickers and the dates. Why are the dates are all different? These are just randomized dates in the past, and by putting dates in the past, we can use it for back testing or blind testing. If you want to, most of the time you want to actually forecast what's going to happen 1 month from now. So what you do is you put the same dates here, and they're all the same. They are today's date, for example, right? 4th of May 2019, right? All of them will have the same date. Okay, and then you make your selection from here, which stocks you want to buy, for example. Okay, so let's move on. In this case, it's all past dates, so we're doing blind testing here completely. It asks for your source of data because in order to do the prediction, it needs the historical data, and that's the use of the S code just now. And it's an external add-in, and then you can choose between and you can choose S code here. It asks for the macro name, so that has to be provided by whoever created the add-in or the macro. Okay, let me just show you where to get the name. Typically, if you're familiar with Visual Basic, you can browse through the macro add-in or macro if it's not right protected or read protected, and you can see the name of the macro. So that's S code macro here. So let's get back to the worksheet again, and now what we're gonna do here is continue with that. Okay, and now what's next? So we put in the S code by default already, because I've done this before. It has S code macro here, and then it asks for the date column number, price column number. So if you run the S code, the date, it all depends on your macro. For S code, the date will actually be in column A, and the price will actually be in column F. Yeah, okay, so let's just do a quick demonstration of that. Okay? So I've downloaded using S code just now this the data set. Can't remember which one. I think this is Apple from 2015 to 2017, and you see the date column is A, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the price column is 6. So that's what we have. Back to the worksheet just now, that's what we have in the form here. But if your macro is showing using displaying something different, or maybe it's in column 8, then you put 8, right? And the data, as we seen just now, has the headers. Where's the headers? Those are the headers here. Okay, right. So now we are really ready to do the scanning, and we click OK. Time now is 1:14, and depending on the speed of the internet, it may take about 1:15. It may take about a minute or so for 21 stocks that I have here. We will continue after this. So time now is 1:17, so it took about 2 minutes for the stocks to be downloaded. Sometimes it's 1 minute, depending on the internet speed and so on. So what you have here is the low, base, and high. I'm just going to show you how to read this. For example, if you take BAC here or Apple here, it gives you a range of prediction between the low and high. So the range is between -5%, meaning in 1 month's time it will be -5%, and the high is about 18%, and the base is somewhere in between. Sometimes exactly at the low, sometimes it's in between, sometimes it's near the high. In this case, the tendency for a high is strong, so it's quite close to the high, and we get a prediction of 4% in actuality, as opposed and which is somewhere in between the low and the high, which is not bad. So let's talk strategy. Green is indicative of the price moving up 1 month from now. Red is indicative of the price moving down 1 month from now. In this case, for Apple AAPL, the low case prediction is negative, is going to go down by 5% in 1 month, and the prediction for the base and the high is about 18%. The actual outcome is about 4%. For BAC, the low prediction is actually a positive number, 1%, and the high and the base is about 13%. The outcome is 7%, which is not bad. So you can see as well, where when the numbers here is about 18 and here is about 13, if the number are not so good, let's say this one -1, right, the outcome is may not be so good. In this case, the actual is quite bad, -12. Take a look at the other one here, where the base is far from, a number we like, let's say 10%. It's even hugging the low, even though the high is there. This is a very volatile stock. The outcome is even beyond the range, -21%. So you want to look for a decent best case prediction, which is not negated by a very not negated by a negative numbers here, which tend to bring down your results, right? And yeah, you take a look at this, negative 90%, base is 7%. This is not really a good candidate. And then I'm just trying to look for a few more examples, right? Here, for example, this number is not so bad, 14%. High is also 14%, but it does have a tendency to go down, right? The prediction is the low prediction is -6%. I would stay clear of this. So it actually happened to be -4% in actuality, because these are all backtest dates in the past. We can compare the prediction with actual, right? And if you you can follow and make a list of your favorite stocks, or if certain indicators that you like to follow, fundamentals, you can use that as a screening criteria and run it through this, put them in the list and run it through the batch prediction here, in blind test mode, by putting dates in the past and see what the outcome is. And the reason why I put different dates here is because then it covers both the bull and the bear market, not just one time frame. Okay, and yeah, okay, so let's discuss strategy. uh, because this is a 1 month stock prediction, you want to revise your portfolio every month or even earlier. The reason why I say portfolio is you want to take a few of the good opportunities, the green ones, with not much of a rate in your prediction. That will increase your chance of success and also manage your risk. You don't want to put all your eggs into one basket. You may ever want to take your opportunity from strong industries, different sectors, and different markets, even like different countries. The other thing that you can use this AiSara Stock as well is to gauge the overall strength of the market, and maybe you want to go in when the market is strong, and you will see that by having a large list or a representative list of tickers, and you can see when the market is good that you will see more of the green than the red, and the market is bearish, you will see more of the red than green. And you can even use that to indicate when the market is turning, when suddenly when gradually you actually have a shift from a lot of reds in the base to greens in the base. So that's something you want to try out, maybe even use the backtesting feature to see what happens during the market crash, market peak, and market bottom when the tide is changing. Last but not least, don't forget to have your stop loss and at all times. That's very important. Managing your risk is very important. Okay, so now let's go to the website. In case you miss anything, especially on the how to use AiSara Stock, is actually detailed in the website. So let's go to it. Okay, so this is under AiSara Stock web page, right? And so there's AiSara in a nutshell here, and this actually shows you once you have downloaded your add-in, how you can basically activate your 30-day trial. As of today, speaking about trial, as of today, we have yet to implement the subscription or the payment system once your 30-day free trial ended, but hopefully soon we will, before your expiry ends, or maybe even through the Excel add-in itself, we will notify you for you to upgrade to the paid version, uh, right? If you wish to do so. Meanwhile, make full use of your Excel add-in. um, you can, you don't have to wait for 30 days to see the results, because you can actually do blind test and back test. So I really encourage you to make full use of that. Test it against your uh, favorite stocks, right? Okay, so here again some guidelines on how to use the Predict, in case you miss what I mentioned just now on the forms. And this is if you do Predict, and we didn't cover this just now in the video, but if you do use the Predict button here, you can actually look at the plot, right, on how it has performed historically and what the prediction is. And here is on the scanner. Yeah. So AiSara Stock is very easy to use. In case you have any questions, feel free to contact us at inquiry@aisara.ai, support@aisara.ai. We love to hear from you, your experience on actual trading, back testing, and so on. And also any suggestions for improvements. Okay. So with that, thank you very much for your time. We hope to hear from you. Thank you.